On AM 560, 96.1 FM, and 87.7 FM. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Check it out right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now,
The only man to give death a near Johnny experience. Johnny Harden.
Yo! Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. What a beautiful day it's been. Started things off this morning with little Peter Insane. Greg and Eli were rapping and rolling. Brandon Lang is making people laugh. Oh, Lord have mercy. Don't miss him. Don't miss him. And plus, we got a very busy show. And by the way, I got to tell you, we got Ron Tillery. We also have, that's right, at 2:30, Isaac Simpson. So that means at 2 o'clock, we got Hardwood because it feels so good. We get a lot of stories, wild stories all over the place. We're going to have to lead off with my good friend at G_Coon71, who's always with me. That's right, Gabe Coon on this beautiful Friday's Eve. Happy Thursday, but I do have to say one thing real quickly. Sarah, Chad, I made it to work on time. I know they were worried. I was good with my good friend. You get to know him. My personal agent, your personal agent as well. Chad Gatlin, we went and had lunch today. And I'll tell you right now, if you go to MemphisFarmers.com, there's nobody in the world that's better. I asked him a great question. I'm like, dude, why'd you get into this? And he's like, man, everybody likes to make a living. He's like, I also like to make a difference. He's like, man, I'm not a firefighter. I'm not a police officer. But deadgum, when people need help, I'm there to help them. That was a deadgum good answer, I thought. MemphisFarmers.com, Chad Gatlin. He's always got your back. 901-235-1176. But right before we get to the leadoff, and by the way, again, both of y'all, I made it to work. I got a little story to tell you. You know I'm not into TikTok, right? But my girlfriend got me. And it was a TikTok that I actually watched. And I found it to be the best TikTok I've ever seen. And it started off with just this sound. Dun-dun. Oh, dude, that's all it is right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, and tonight we got the, that's right, Texans, Chiefs. We got Deshaun Watson. We got a little bit of Patrick Mahomes. I'm fired up. You're fired up. The NFL's fired up. But let me tell you about TikTok. I don't watch TikTok. I'm not on TikTok. I don't know if you know that, Gabe. I'm just, I don't know about you. I'm just not going to, flip through and see a bunch of 16-year-old girls singing and dancing on TikTok. But this TikTok that Honey sent me, I've never laughed so hard. So women, they would play this from in their bedroom, okay? And then their husband, and then they would be half naked. Now, where they could show you on TikTok though, okay? But all of a sudden, the man would come running in the room 100 miles an hour. And then when he would see that it was just her playing the song or the CD or on YouTube, but their wife would be laying there in lingerie on the bed. Every reaction was like this. Oh, damn. And there was 5 of them consecutively. And I have to say this. Yes, marriage is awesome for it. But I will tell you one thing. Nothing like football. We love you, ladies. But, man, there's just something about a man. And when you hear that beat, and I keep hearing, did you hear they're going to change the song? Have you heard that?
For what? Monday Night Football?
Dude, Monday Night Football, they say they're changing the song.
Why?
I don't know.
It's iconic.
Brother.
No one has complaints about it. And now, they changed the Monday Night Football crew, which I'm cool
Yes.
with. I understand
yes,
that.
They did. By the way, yes, I
But
understand
the
that.
song, you got to keep it. You got to.
I would agree, but it's being changed. And I don't know what to tell you. It's just a fact check. Their ESPN is to replace the Hank Williams Jr. Monday Night Football intro that we just listened to you, and the whole "Are you ready for some football? A Monday night party." They're benching that bad boy. The song that they're coming out with, guess what? Do you know what it is?
No, I don't. Inform me.
Little Richard. The theme with Little Richard. It's a revamped rendition of the rock and roll pioneers' Rip It Up. It's going to greet viewers starting tonight. So it's going to be on tonight and on Thursday. And it will be the start. It's a 1956 hit called Rip It Up. It's going to be reintroduced according to the Washington Post. It is not going to be Hank Williams Jr. doing it or Little Richard. It's going to be a different sound group. It's a group of singers and multi-instrumental tenuta or tenushi or something. I don't know what that means, but it's not just like I'm sure they're going to find a face eventually for it, but it's going to be a ton of, you know what I mean? A ton of different people playing this one part of the song, Rip It Up. And that's what's going to introduce Thursday Night Football tonight as we have, that's right, Deshaun Watson, who signed a fat contract, and my man Patrick Mahomes, who signed even a fatter contract. It's going to be dope. It's going to be awesome. It's going down tonight. It's going down for real. Now, there's also UAB in Miami in the college football. Does anybody care?
I might tune in for like a
You
couple
might.
minutes. I want to see De'Aaron King.
Oh,
Transfer from
you know
Houston.
What? That's a really good
At quarterback.
point. I didn't even think about that.
UAB is not a bad team, although they only won 45-35 against a 1AA opponent.
It's a really good point. I didn't think
But,
about that.
Um,
Do you think Dana Holgerson will be watching that game?
no, I think he has a bad
His
taste in his
last-
mouth about that
His
one.
last hair would fall out before the end of the game, or he'd pull it out. He would be like, "Dude, damn it!" Sorry. And by the way, Gabe, thank you for reminding me of that. But we have a beautiful show. We have Ron, the Grizzstorian Tillery. He's going to join us at 1:30. We have Isaac Simpson at 2:30. We have Hardwood. We have NFL happening tonight. Dead gummit, the Braves are still scoring from last night.
Wow,
What was that?
that was
dude?
insane.
Dude.
Have you ever? Well, obviously,
No.
like not well in like Little League, maybe.
No.
Come on, Little League. You
Okay,
probably
okay.
ran the score up on people in Little League.
You know what? But I think when
There was
once
run
you got
rules.
to like 12 and stuff, they literally like called the game or
I
something.
yeah.
Like
I
I don't
remember
think
run
they
ruling a
let
few
you,
teams.
I
I remember
don't
getting run
think they
ruled.
let you. I don't think they let you go like 45 to
Yeah,
nothing on
20,
somebody. But like 29. What was it?
Again, scoring 9 runs and losing by 20 is something I don't think I've ever seen in the major leagues.
I've watched a lot.
Didn't
of
they say it was the
baseball.
second most
It's the
runs
most-
scored since 1900?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the most in
Good
Braves
God.
history. By the way, though, that's when you know you're stroking it like it's going out of style. It wasn't one person; it was everybody in their.
Is it Adam
grandmother.
Duvall almost hit for the home run
Dude,
cycle?
Duvall was on fire. By the way, I will tell you something. Duvall had 9 runs. He had 3 homers, including a grand slam in a 29-9 game.
Which one was the only one he didn't hit? He almost
I think what was went into the triple.
no.
I thought it
Was it
was
a
a triple.
3-run home run that he didn't hit?
He had a home run.
He had 3 home runs, right?
Yeah, he had a home run. He had a 2-run homer. He had a solo homer.
So he's missing the 3-run.
yeah, he's missing the 3-run.
That'd have been pretty cool. When was the last time that was done?
Dude, he was balling. He was. By the way, I have to say something. That was an impressive night. 9 RBI. I mean, 9 runs. By the way, drove in by this man. Like, think about it. Out of 29 runs scored, when you drive in almost a third of them, You had a heck of a night. To think about it, you almost beat the team single-handedly, except for they did score 9.
But you didn't account for 20 other runs. Good God. 29 runs, that was something.
Well, I thought the White Sox were ridiculous when they were up 8-1 on the Pirates early. I'm like, dang, man, there's a beat down. And I don't know if you saw the earliest one, which was the Brewers and the Tigers. That thing, I couldn't believe it. The Brewers hit 5 home runs, had 8 doubles. You heard me that
What, they finished
right.
with 15?
19.
19
they
runs?
finished
Okay.
with 19 runs, deadgum. The Brewers scored 19 runs on Detroit yesterday. And they got outscored by 11.
Wait, come on.
What?
Come on.
What am I doing?
29 runs and 19 runs, and you just said they got.
One. Yeah, that should be 11.
What?
19 from 29? Am I on drugs?
10.
Oh, you borrowed one.
10.
10. Sorry, I'm on. No, it's not 10. Can't be
29
10.
minus 19 is
Oh,
10.
yeah, it is 10. Yeah. I'm sorry. Man, I'm sorry. I was thinking about...
it's all good. It's all good.
Sorry. Yeah, I wasn't thinking. I was just like, yeah. Dude, when you got outscored by 10 runs, let's just be honest with you. Yeah, 20. We were just talking, and you said it was like 15. Okay, leave me alone. That was kind of embarrassing, though. But I will tell you something. This is amazing when you think that the Brewers, who had 5 bombs, basically got outdone by almost Adam Duvall. I mean, like, wowzers. By the way, what's up, man? Adam Braun woke up. Did you see what he did? He had 3 hits. He had 3 RBIs. Had a heck of a game. Brawny hit a home run, baby. What's up, Braun? That was impressive. There was just a lot of stuff that was going on yesterday. It was weird. There was a lot of scoring except for the Cubs. So, Trevor Bauer owned them like nobody's business. But I will tell you one thing. Since we're talking so much baseball, I'm in the box. Gabe, you ready to do this? Let's get to the lead off.
All right, I have to start here. Thursday night football. The NFL is back. I am an excited person. I know you are as well. Chiefs and Texans at Arrowhead, not full capacity by any stretch of the imagination, so it's not the normal Arrowhead advantage that you get. Chiefs are 9-point favorites. This is going to be a ridiculous QB matchup. Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, you mentioned it earlier. Deshaun Watson, big contract. Patrick Mahomes, bigger contract. How do you think this one goes tonight?
Oh, man. 9, I think, is too many. Don't you? I think, dude, you had a 14-point lead. I know Bill O'Brien stinks as a coach. I know you lost Deshaun Watson. I know Patrick Mahomes is the greatest.
DeAndre Hopkins, you lost.
I meant DeAndre Hopkins. I know Patrick Mahomes is the greatest thing since sliced bread. But Deshaun Watson got $160 million because guess what? He makes everybody around him better. And I know that you're going to be like, man, we lost DeAndre. Man, losing Hopkins. Look at all the money they gave Hopkins in Arizona. Man, him and Larry Fitz. But he's kind of bringing on this young quarterback in Kyler Murray. I'm talking about the 2 elder statesmen in Mr. Hopkins and Mr. Fitzgerald. Right now, you got a guy in Deshaun Watson who's just ready to elevate the entire team himself. I think they're basically like, let's put it on this young man's back and let's roll. Now, are the better weapons with Patrick? Absolutely. But is there anybody in football that can't go toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes? Not many people can. But the one guy that can is Deshaun Watson. I think he keeps it closer than 9. First game of the year, there's going to be a couple drop balls, a few miscues here and there. Chiefs win by 7.
See, I'm with you, man. I think the Chiefs win. It'll be close. But everybody talks about that the Texans losing DeAndre Hopkins. But the truth of the matter is you have wide receivers that can still get it done. Will Fuller, Kenny Stills, Brandon Cooks, Randall Cobb, all guys that have been around the league for years and years and years.
What are you going to get from those 4? Like, Randall Cobb is older than dirt. Kenny Stills, you're like,
You'll get something. You're not going to get DeAndre Hopkins' level of production, but between the 4 of them.
Can run like the wind blows. Can he stay healthy, yo? You know what I'm saying?
But between the 4 of them, I think Deshaun
Brandon
Watson.
Cooks, come on, let's be real.
Deshaun Watson is one of the only guys that can try and keep up production without DeAndre Hopkins in the lineup.
Brandon Cooks is so confusing, by the way.
In what way?
1 year he's the greatest thing you've ever seen, and the next year
and he can't stay on the same team.
Yeah, he can't even be like, get him off. He's the worst thing you've ever seen. I mean, it's weird, and he's like that at every stop.
It's weird. He'll catch for 1,000 yards,
Yep.
and then they get rid of him. I don't really understand it, but there must be something else going on behind the scenes. Now, there was a report this morning, and this is out of the NBA. Thought this was really interesting. It's from Mark Stein of the New York Times. You know that he actually comes with it. He doesn't report anything that's ridiculously false. He doesn't spread false narratives. But I did want to mention
He's
this.
Very funny interview. Greg and Eli interviewed him when I was way back in the day when I was on your side of the glass. I was producing, and he said the S word. So I blocked it out. And
You
then
blocked it out.
He said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I said the S word."
Oh, no.
But it didn't have time to reboot. You see what I'm
you
saying?
do that? Yeah,
Like,
so
he
that
said
one
it
went
twice.
over.
He didn't say, "I'm so sorry." I said that.
It's almost like he did it on purpose.
It was like
So he said, "I'm so sorry." I said S.
I'm laughing so hard. He said it just in a normal like conversation, like we're talking.
And then he said,
And
"Oh,
then
I'm
he
so
goes,
sorry." I said,
"Oh, I'm so
but then he
sorry."
said the word again.
Yeah, did I just say blank? And I didn't have. It takes 7 seconds for it to boot
Yeah.
back up. Oh my goodness, it was so funny.
I'm familiar.
Oh yeah, you know.
Now, Mark Stein put out an article and a report saying the Bucks in the offseason are looking to pursue a deal to get Chris Paul off the Thunder. Now, if Giannis is still around, he's got 1 year left in his deal, and he's in line for a Supermax contract in the offseason. But let's assume they keep Giannis and get him for the Supermax contract. Do you think CP3 is a guy that can get the Bucks over the hump?
Man, you make me want to So they're keeping Middleton, or basically keeping everybody. We're just adding CP3 and dropping a loser.
You're giving away a lot of your young talent, probably that bench talent, but you're keeping your two guys in Middleton and Giannis.
Man, I don't know. I don't know how much Chris Paul has. I also see Rajon Rondo and what he's doing in the postseason and say, well, dang. You know what I mean? And it's not about winning 50-some-odd games, 57 games or whatever it was in the regular season. It's about winning in the playoffs. And that's where the Greek freak Chris Middleton, this Milwaukee Bucks team, that's what they can't get over. That's the hump. I'm telling you, the Heat would have tore them to pieces. Jimmy Buckets would have eaten them for lunch.
Who? They did.
Huh? Yeah, I'm just saying, though.
Even if they had Chris Paul?
Dude, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Dude, you think Chris Paul would have made a difference in that one?
I absolutely do, yes.
You really do?
Chris Paul is a damn good point guard.
Man, he had a good series against the
Chris Paul or Eric Bledsoe? Let's get real. Does that you make that team better if you put Chris Paul instead of Eric Bledsoe?
He had a good series against the Rockets. Guess what?
He's had a good career. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer, but okay. How many rings he got?
0. But
okay, what's Giannis's problem? We're trying to get him what?
A ring?
Okay, so don't we need a guy who can get some rings?
Okay, who's that guy?
I don't know. That's my question. I look at that thing. I don't know if Giannis is also the guy. I don't know how, if he gets a Supermax, I don't know how you build around that. I look at the Greek freak right now and say to myself, wow, he is a regular season specimen.
Well, what do you do, though? You don't let him walk. You got to give him the Supermax.
You're Milwaukee. Heck no, you don't let him walk. I mean, you're the Bucks. I don't know what you do, though. I mean, we saw Chris Middleton, how good he was without the Greek freak. The thing about it is, though, the NBA is about what? Why has LeBron James changed so many times? Why is he considered one of the greatest? He elevates his teammates. He's elevating Anthony Davis. He elevates the guys around him. He fills out the series. You look at James Harden. Why is he not the best? Because, dadgummit, he made Chris Paul look good. And Russell Westbrook, he was horrible, and because he's Russell Westbrook. But, dude, I don't know, man. For me, can I just tell you something? The whole Chris Paul is the answer in Milwaukee. No, I'm sorry. I think they're missing.
You're selling it hard.
I'm selling it hardcore.
Now, let's move from CP3 to another veteran point guard who was in Memphis at one point.
By the
Kyle
way, can I
Lowry.
tell you something? Do you know what I interrupt you one quick second? They need a person who is a dog like Jimmy Buckets. Like like that's the thing is, Giannis has got to learn how to be a dog.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know where the fit would be necessarily.
I don't know who's a dog out there like him right now.
But like Jimmy Butler hasn't won a chip, and he's been on several different teams in his young career. So man,
I agree with you on that.
Look,
I'm just saying he needs somebody who's going to help elevate him.
I think
over the top.
I think CP3 would be a step in the right direction. I don't know if they necessarily win a championship with him in there.
So you're going to take the ball out of Giannis's hands?
But I do. Chris Paul puts the ball right back into his hands. He's a fantastic facilitator, even at his advanced age. I think CP3 would be a pretty good fit with the Bucks, but it depends what you have to give up. If you have to give up Chris Middleton and a bunch of other pieces to get him, then it becomes sort of pointless.
What
in my
about
opinion.
somebody like a Montrezl Harrell? Like that's what I'm saying. I think you've got to go big with him. You got to go defense. You got to go huge. You got a guy who can stroke it from outside. You got the Giannis. You got to have some beef down low that's awesome, athletic, and studly. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
I think you need. I just
don't know how you going to take the ball out of Giannis's hands. He's their playmaker.
Because he's not as good of a facilitator as people originally thought. So I think you need a guy who can facilitate at a very high level and stroke it from three. That's what I think.
Gentleman sweep by the Heat.
I think it's I think CP3 would be a step up from what they have right now in Eric Bledsoe.
So you just think
that's all I think.
Realistically, how much better?
Do I think that they win a championship with what?
Like, so how much better is like? Don't you think maybe Wes Matthews needs to be taken out of there? And Brooke Lopez is what I'm trying to say is they got to get a better center. You got Giannis and
what does a center do for you when you have Giannis getting all those point paints? Why do you need a better center? What's the center going to provide you that Brooke Lopez isn't?
You are the greatest defensive team in the NBA. You clog up the paint. You got the best defensive guy out there on the front. You got the guy in the back who's blocking everything. You got wings. You got everything. You got a guy who can stroke it like Chris Middleton. You're all long and athletic. Eric Bledsoe is the point guard. Kind of might be the weakness. What did he do in the postseason?
That's why I'm saying CP3 would be a step up. But can we move on to this next one?
Yes.
Because I think this is very interesting. I want to hear from 67129 on this as well. Kyle Lowry scoring 33 points last night in a winner-go-home situation sort of brought this
he was awesome
back up. I think this has been a conversation in the past. He's got his one championship now, and this has been posed before. But can you make a legitimate case that Kyle Lowry is a Hall of Famer?
Dude, the fact that he was here in Memphis, we took Mike Conley. Everybody says Mike Conley is, right? Mike Conley ain't got a chip. He's got a chip. Did you see the way he shot last night? In your eye, in your face. Boston came and hit 3 after 3 after 3, took the lead from 40 out. Boom! How you like me? I'm Kyle Lowry. Dude was sick last night. Dude's been sick for a while, and it comes to postseason. Do you remember what he said? When I pull up to shoot, I expect it to go in.
Also, he's an All-NBA selection, 6-time All-Star as well.
Yeah, he's it kind of bothers me though, because of the Mike Conley situation. I go way back then, back into 2006, 7, 2008, 9. When was that? Yeah. I don't know. Hall of Famer, dude. He's got the chip. He's the best player on the team right now. They got rid of Kawhi. Spicy P is good, but right now it's Kyle's team. They made it to Game 7 against Boston. Yo, if they beat Boston and they go to, after winning a chip, if they go to the Western Conference Finals to play the Heat, even if they don't make it to the finals, you probably got to put Kyle in.
Eastern. You said Western.
I mean, sorry.
But
Eastern.
no, look, man.
Even if they don't make it to the finals to play the Western champ. Dude,
I'm on the fence about this one. I really do think.
But don't you think he has to win Game 7?
Look, man, he's going to be in the league for a couple more years. I don't think he's getting out of the league anytime soon, so he's got more time to build that resume up.
But go to back-to-back,
you look at his resume, it's there. It really is.
To go to back-to-back Eastern Conference championships, to make one and get a chip, then, maybe say they lose to the Heat. But to get there, you know what I'm saying? And he's constantly, without Kawhi.
He is constantly, even without Kawhi, willed his teams into the playoffs. So, look, man, I think the resume's there, but time will tell.
That's an interesting point that you bring up, by the way. It's a very interesting one, because do you think Mike Conley is a Hall of Famer?
Unfortunately, no.
Wow. So did the Grizzlies get ripped off by taking Mike Conley over Kyle Lowry?
Here's the thing, though. You can never really – I think situation dictates a lot, right? So there's no telling what Kyle Lowry would have been if the Grizzlies would have gone with Kyle Lowry. And there's no telling what Mike Conley would have been on another team for his whole career.
Well, he was very disappointing at Utah this year at the very end. I mean, Donovan Mitchell needed a little help, and sorry, Mike couldn't give it to him, But anyway, that's a great question. Coming up next, Ron Tillery. We'll be right back. Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Search Sports 56 on Facebook and give us a like. And follow us on Twitter at Sports 56 WHBQ.
At Jason's Deli, you can stuff yourself full of great deli food that's healthy, fresh, and best of all, it's not expensive. Jason's Deli is all about choice. Whether you're looking for a gluten-free menu, vegetarian sandwiches, healthy kids' meals, or if you'd like to invent your sandwich via the build-your-own selections, Jason's Deli has you covered. And they only use fresh, wholesome ingredients. Choose from the club and specialty sandwiches, paninis, wraps, soups, salads, pastas, and much more. I love the cleanliness in the restaurant, the hospitality, and of course the cost. They have a huge salad bar and great soups, including Southwest chicken chili, fire-roasted tortilla, organic vegetable, tomato basil, and many, many more. And if you're planning an event, their catering department is fantastic and can handle any size party. Go check out Jason's Deli's 4 locations. On Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, that's my favorite, on Germantown Parkway in Cordova, at Poplar and Highland, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch.
I'm John Conway with Conway Services. When was the last time you had your air conditioning system tuned up? What about your heating system safety check? Good news, you can get both at the same time this month. Call Conway Services for our 16-point Energy Saver Super Tune-Up on your air conditioning system for only $69. We'll remove years of dirt, grime, and leaves from your air conditioning system. It's like taking your air conditioner to a car wash, all for only $69. And we'll include a heating system safety check at no charge. That's right, Conway Services 16-point Energy Saver Super Tune-Up for only $69, and we'll include a heating system safety check at no charge, making sure your heating system is ready for this winter. If that's not enough, we'll include a carbon monoxide test, all for only $69. So call Conway Services, the Mid-South's premier heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric service company at 384-3511. And call this week, and we'll perform your super tune-up for only $57 with a free heating system safety check.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Chris Price here for Brian Elder Roofing. The storms we've had over the past several months have been devastating to our communities. The rainy season is ahead. You may have not even noticed the dripping in your attic, water stains throughout your home, or even worse, mold and mildew. Please call Brian Elder Roofing and we will send out our project managers to assess any damage. We will not try to sell you a roof if all you need is a repair. We will measure your roof from outer space. 0% for 60 months, even no payments till 2022 are available with approved credit. If you've noticed missing shingles, water stains, leaks in your roof, call us before you call your insurance company at 867-0303. That's 867-0303, and we will provide a free, thorough inspection of your roof's condition.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Memphis, it's official. Crab Kings is where it's at. The best seafood with 7 flavors to choose from. Try the shrimp and chicken pasta. Now available is the salmon and fried lobster pasta. Snow crab, king crab, dungeons and more. Fish platter, $9.99. Lobster tail, $10.99. Jumbo wings, 99 cents each. Download the app or search Crab Kings on Google. Visit us at CrabKingsTN.com. Crab Kings Seafood and Pasta, Memphis favorites. Memphis, it's official. Crab Kings is where it's at. The best seafood with 7 flavors to choose from. Try the shrimp and chicken pasta. Now available is the salmon and fried lobster pasta, snow crabs, king crab, dungeons and more. Fish platter, $9.99. Lobster tail, $10.99. Jumbo wings, 99 cents each. Download the app or search Crab Kings on Google. Visit us at CrabKingsTN.com. Crab Kings Seafood and Pasta, Memphis favorites.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Show me the way to the next
Whiskey Bar. Love a little Jim Morrison bringing me back here on Sports 56 Happy Hour on a beautiful Thursday, which I like to call Friday's Eve. We're that close to the weekend, people. But guess what? This Thursday isn't something I want to speed through because today is the start of the National Football League. First game of their season. That's right, the Texans, the Chiefs, 2 best young quarterbacks in football. Not, taking a shot at Lamar Jackson by any means, but 2 guys that came out of the same draft, 2016, which is fascinating, both behind Mitch Trubisky. But you have Patrick Mahomes. You have Deshaun Watson. Both signed huge deals in the offseason. Both are the undisputed leader of their teams. Both are playing tonight. It's going down for real. I'm stoked about that. But before I get into that, I want to remind you, we got the NBA in the bubble, and it's going down for real. And Gabe asked me some tough questions, and I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't consider myself a NBA legend or know everything about the NBA, but I love talking to people that know everything I think about the NBA. And I have a friend named Ron Tillery that I call the Grizzstorian, and guess what? He joins me now. Ron Tillery, how's life treating you?
Oh man, life's great.
Dude.
What's happening?
Dude, I'm happy as can be, man. We got NFL going down. The NBA is working. Major League Baseball is kicking it. Life is good in my industry right now. I'm very, very comfortable. I'm finally happy about things when it comes to that situation. Tonight we got kickoff in the NFL, but I wanted to bring you on and ask you a couple of hard questions that Gabe Kuhn actually asked me. He asked, is Kyle Lowry, who, man, he has a ring now, who came up so big. This series, he has been a monster. The dude's been a pretty, he's been the Robin to DeMar DeRozan. He was the Robin to basically, last year Kawhi Leonard. He's been the Robin for a long time. Right now, he took over. Last night, he was Batman. He destroyed it. He got them to that 7th game. If they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, the Toronto Raptors, is Kyle Lowry a Hall of Famer?
Oh, I don't think he's had a Hall of Fame career, but he's definitely developing to being a great player. You got to have numbers getting to the Hall of Fame.
It's a good point.
And I don't think when it's all said and done, his numbers will add up. I'm talking about.
His career stats.
Career stats, but there's no question that it's been fun to see Kyle Lowry mature in Toronto, because this isn't the Kyle Lowry that Memphis had.
No, not at all.
This isn't even the Kyle Lowry that Houston had.
I was going to say Houston didn't have this guy either.
And so, but he's always been a very confident player.
Why did it work out for him in Toronto? What was it, man, do you think? Was it just his age, the maturity? He finally, learned how to play the game. Why didn't it work here in Memphis? One, probably Mike Conley. Houston, I feel like they gave him his chance. I just don't understand why it didn't work there. But, man, I don't understand how it clicked with Toronto.
Well, I think it's maturity from the standpoint that when you bounce around, now you have to take a look at yourself. I mean, he was, quite frankly, just uncoachable. He was uncoachable in Memphis, and he was uncoachable under Kevin McHale in Houston. And then when he got to Toronto, I just think he became more coachable under Dwayne
Great
Casey
point.
and had to understand that, there's certain things that I have to do, or just become a journeyman. And so I give him credit for that. And, as they say on the street, he's a tough little booger. And
Man,
he's
ain't
a
gonna
very
lie to you,
confident
dude.
player.
Last night, man,
Yeah.
he was taking some shot that made me think of Dame time. He pulled up. He was clutch as could be. He put them on their back. He carried them to a Game 6 win. I felt like last night. Every time Boston took that run, you'd have Tatum hit a three. Then you'd have like Brown hit a three. Next thing I'm like, okay, here goes Boston. Here goes Boston. And Kyle Lowry somehow would make a big play, it seemed like all night long. And I want to ask you, do you think that Toronto has a chance in Game 7? And if you think they have a chance, what is that? And or would you favor them? Would you what are you thinking?
Well, obviously, this is cliche, but, Game 7 is anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
So do they have a chance? Yes. Do I favor them? No. I just think Boston is just more of a complete team. And they have a few guys. You mentioned Tatum,
Kemba Walker.
They got a few guys.
Jaylen Brown.
That can really make it happen. And then I think they got a better coach in Brad Stevens.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was disappointed for the first time probably ever in Brad Stevens in this last game because that's one of the all-time great coaching hires, in my opinion.
Yep.
But the stuff he was running toward the end of regulation was just basically get the ball to Kemba and get everybody get the hell out of the way.
Everybody get out of the way, which is weird.
They got too much talent on that team. They're too well balanced for that. I think Boston is going to come out and really put it on Toronto early. And but like I said, in Game 7, anything is possible, anything can happen. But I just think Boston is a better team.
And they are actually, when they look at everybody looks at their coach, he has that baby face and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But Boston, dude, when you look at Marcus Smart and Jason Tatum, and you mentioned Kemba Walker, Enes Kanter, these dudes, like this is a team that's physical. They're tough. They play defense. They're scrappy as all get out. Look, Spicy P's not bad. I can't stand that name, but Pascal Siakam, he's pretty daggum good for Toronto. And Kyle Lowry has been magical. But the star in this series, there's only one, I think, superstar in the series, and I think his name is Jason Tatum. And then I think the second one that's close to superstardom is actually not Kyle Lowry even. It's Kemba Walker. So I think the best two players play for Boston. I think the better coach is at Boston. And I'm shocked that it's going 7 games. I'm with you. I think Boston's going to take this bad boy. Right now, I'm kind of surprised Boston's only a 2-point favorite in Game 7. But, hey, they are going Game 7. That's pretty fascinating to me. Now, tonight. And by the way, since I asked you the Gristorian question, Mike Conley, is he a Hall of Famer?
No.
Okay.
No.
Ooh, very consistent.
Well, no, these guys, they just won't have the numbers. And,
won't have it.
And then when you look at Mike Conley's career,
he doesn't have the awards.
He doesn't have All-Stars and stuff like that. He just developed into a really, really good player. But I would think that somebody like Zach Randolph would be in the Hall of Fame before any of those guys you mentioned, because Zach's got 17,000, 18,000 points, more than 10,000 rebounds. He's not just been a good player.
He was good for a long.
He was good for a long time. Yeah. So
dude, when he came to Memphis, he was already washed up, and then he had an unbelievably long, amazing career here. So I like that. I like what you just said. Speaking of Hall of Famers, look, LeBron James, he's a Hall of Famer. AD, I think he's heading that way for Dedgum Shore. Lakers, they are superstars all around. I think it's embarrassing. What I mean by this is the play of Russell Westbrook. It's like he literally is playing for the Lakers. Just he's wearing a Houston uniform. Like he's been so bad the last couple games. It's not even funny. They've just been trapping on James Harden, letting Russell Westbrook run free and be crazy, and it works for the Lakers. Let him have the ball. Let him pull out. Let him pull up from wide open threes. Let him go 1 for 7 from downtown. Let him miss a ton of shots. Let him make bad decisions. And guess what? He does that consistently. If you're Mike, what do you do? How do you get Russell Westbrook to play in that system? Like you've had him all season. You're in the bubble. You're playing the dead-come Lakers in the semifinals. You went up 1-0, and now you've gotten your tail kicked the last 2 games, and Harden is just completely getting taken out when they double him and trap him. Is there any answer that Mike has?
Well, I believe that they can free up Harden if they get him, allow him to handle the basketball higher than. So you
don't allow the ball down.
Yeah.
Like, I know what you mean.
So if you don't have the traps coming, because see, Harden likes to dribble.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they gotta. I think they gotta set screens higher. When they get past half court, and then he's got to be more assertive with the basketball because he's also allowing himself to be trapped. With Westbrook, I just don't think he's a good fit on that team.
I don't think so either, man.
Wow. I really don't.
Boy, Mike messed up with that one, didn't
he? He's a ball dominant guard, and he has to yield to Harden.
Is James.
And so now he's just kind of floating, waiting to get the ball, and then he's he's rushing his shots and he's playing just too fast. I mean, I know that's his game because he's a
athletic.
His game is
superstar.
predicated on speed. But I think what's really helped the Lakers is the return of Rajon Rondo.
That's what that's where I was going. Can I ask you a question? Please tell me I'm not crazy. Did you think his career was over coming into this series? Like, you didn't really think he was going to be able to actually help them. My man played 28 minutes the other night and was a plus 28. Like, there's no way you saw him playing this good. Is it Russell Westbrook is that bad, or is Rondo when it's really time to play? Rondo can go and play hoops.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about it. I remember. Many people probably don't, but I remember him in a Bulls uniform. And when they had Derrick Rose and the Bulls went up 2-0 on Boston, a better Boston team, in large part because of Rondo. And then Rondo got hurt. His issue has been just that. If he stays healthy, he is like the smartest guy on the court. What he does for the Lakers is he controls the game. He allows the other guys, particularly LeBron, just to go out and ball.
Yep.
So, and when he was hurt, LeBron was handling the ball a lot and trying to, control the game instead of being the finisher that he is. With Rondo out there, not only is he going to guard, but he controls the tempo. And then when he's making shots like he's making, because he's not known for being a great shooter, but he's shooting the heck out of the ball. Then he's as good as anybody on the court.
All right, now I got to ask you and say goodbye to my very good friend, the Grizz Historian himself, the one, the only Ron Tillery. Ron, who's the scariest team left in the East? Is it the Heat, who are already in the finals in the East, or is it the Celtics or Raptors, who you think are going to actually win Game 7? Who are you scared of the most?
Well, you would have to say the Heat because they've only lost one game in the playoffs. And,
one game,
and they have
that game. By the way, that was a tight game. I can't believe that. Yeah, I mean it was a gentleman's sweep, but they were undefeated. Game 4, the Heat had that bad boy. I don't know. Middleton came alive and basically stole that junk from them. Without that, though, you're right. I mean they've been playing some scary basketball. Jimmy Buckets is out of control. I never thought Tyler Hero would be this good. But how good of a coach? Because a lot of people always talk about Pat Riley, Pat Riley, Pat Riley, Pat Riley. Is Eric Spoelstra, has he earned his stripes?
Oh, most definitely. When you come under Pat Riley, and then when you have a chance to coach the big three and LeBron and D-Wade and Bosh, I mean, you really do grow as a coach. And you said it. I mean, he's definitely earned his stripes. And then they had to, strip it down and kind of rebuild with some young talent before they added a Jimmy Bucket. So, yes. And they're dangerous. A good way to put it, I ultimately think Boston's going to come out the East. I think it's going to be Boston and the Clippers in the finals.
Boston and the Clippers in the finals. I will say, though, the Heat is a very scary, scary team. It could be, who knows, man. It could be Clippers and Heat. Could be Clippers and Celtics. We're going to find out when Game 7 happens on Friday night. Don't forget also the Nuggets and the Clippers. Clippers, they close the Nuggets out. That's 3-1. I'm sorry, man. Joker can't get going. Nikola Jokic can't do jack. The whole team for the Nuggets look lost in this series. I can't believe they actually won the first game. The Clippers look like they're going to win it all right now, don't they?
Well, to me, they do. They just because. So just like I talked about Rondo rejoining the Lakers, they got Patrick Beverly back with the Clippers, and Lou Williams.
I knew you were going to mention the Hot Wing Man.
and then they have a couple of guys in Kawhi Leonard and Paul George who can guard LeBron James, and so I think like I talk about Boston, I just think the Clippers are the better team. That they're a more complete team, and so I like their chances. I think Denver is just unraveling.
They are completely unraveling.
You have, a guy who's
Porter
Jr.
talking smack last night.
Yeah,
you saw
Michael
that, didn't
Porter.
you? Oof.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. You talk about to use your words, earning stripes. I mean, this guy hasn't busted grapes in the NBA, and he's already complaining about his role. Shut up and play, man. So that just creates discord. When you go in the locker room, when you got a guy talking publicly like that during the playoffs, because you get there together when you win and you lose together.
Exactly. Exactly. That is the truth. Hey, Ron Tillery, he is the grit story, and he's the kindest man in the world. He joins me every single Thursday at 1:30. We talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of everything. Right now, it looks like the Clippers are going to drop the Nuggets. We like the Lakers taking care of business against the Rockets. It looks like Boston, we believe, is still going to come out there, even though Kyle Lowry has been playing crazy. Boston is the better team. I believe they also have the better coach. And I think they have the better two superstars in Kemba Walker and also Jason Tatum. So I think that one's going to be easy peasy. And while Jimmy Bucket sits around and waits, and Eric Spoelstra is ready to rock and fire, I'm with Ron Tillery. I think it's going to be a Boston Clippers final. I was on the Lakers earlier this year. But just watching the Clippers, they are so much more of a complete team. I don't think two superstars can beat the complete team. And plus, Doc Rivers, dude, he's Doc Rivers, man.
Yeah, he's a good coach. He really is. Longevity has his place. He hasn't been around for a long time for nothing. And he just finds a way to, first of all, instill a defensive mindset. And then second of all, kind of a la like Phil Jackson, get the others, the role players, to rise and really get them going. He has a knack for that.
Yes, he really does. He gets everybody playing right. And, man, the Clippers are rolling. The bubble is rocketing and fire. And tonight we got NFL football going down. Ron, enjoy your best life. I'll talk to you next Thursday. Be good out there, my friend.
Hey, sounds good, man. Thank you.
That's my friend Ron Tillery. I'll be back in 2 shakes. Don't forget, this is Sports 56. You know my good friend Chad Gatlin at MemphisFarmers.com, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
It's R&R on Sports.
The word is out about R&R on Sports, where you've heard interviews from
Ken Griffith Jr., Dr. J, Hank Aaron, and many, many more.
R&R on Sports, Saturday mornings, 10 a.m., Sports 56, 87.7, and 96.1.
Don't miss us.
If you need glass replaced, there's only one name you need to know. Ben Swinger Glass, the largest full-service glass company in the U.S. They've been an industry leader for over 125 years. For all your residential, commercial, or auto glass needs, Ben Swinger Glass is the name you need to know. 24-hour emergency service for all commercial customers, plus a nationwide warranty on all professionally installed glass. 2 Memphis locations, one in Midtown on Hollywood Street across from the Liberty Bowl, and one in Cordova off Germantown Parkway next to the Fox and Hound. Visit their website, benswingerglass.com. Ben Swinger Glass.
Summertime and the living is easy. No more cutting or paying utilities. Literally, you guys, Town Village Audubon Park, nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. Looking for a great place to retire, but you still have a very active lifestyle? Then visit Town Village. Only requirements that you're 55 plus. Prices per month starting at $24.50. The Gourmet Chef welcomes you to visit our restaurant and bistro. Package includes 3 complimentary meals per day, maid service, free local transportation, monthly coffee club, themed dinner parties, lots of fun. Visit us and call Daniel or Bo at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home. Town Village Audubon Park.
Commitment, dedication, perseverance. At FedEx, our people are our strength. Even during these unprecedented times, we are delivering medical supplies, test kits, and the things you need every day. Helping the world move forward together. Strength, what we deliver by delivering. FedEx.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM, 96.1 FM, and 87.7 FM. As well as online around the world at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere on your phone or tablet by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, tell Google or Alexa to play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned to real sports talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio.
Kick it over here.
This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Thick and thin, I'm your pusher man. I'm your pusher man.
Yo, yo, yo! Welcome into Little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm Johnny Radio. Gabe Kuhn is with me. Follow Gabe at G_Kuhn71. Follow me at Johnny_Radio. And never forget to watch us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and Instagram at Sports56 WHBQ. It's that simple. Now, we're chilling here in the Family Leisure Studio. Family and fun come together where? Family Leisure, 2120 Winton Road, just north of I-40. But I got to tell you something, man. Gabe Kuhn, we got football this week. Tonight, Texans, Chiefs. Kansas City has gone to 9.5. We got wild games like the Eagles and the Redskins, the Seahawks and the Falcons. But you have some information on another game that I find absolutely fascinating. Tell the people.
So, the Saints square off against the Bucks this weekend. It's the first game for both of them, obviously.
325
Tom Brady
from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome.
Tom Brady is obviously the quarterback of the Bucks. I think we know that at this point.
Yep.
A lot of people were thrown off by the decision, but it is what it is. I saw this, and this just blew me away. So Tom Brady is not an underdog very often in his career.
Nope.
This is the first time he's been an underdog in a game since 2017. But even more staggering than that, this is the first time he's been an underdog in a season opener, week 1, since 2003.
So, The last time he was an underdog was 2017, and then the last time he had a week 1 was 2000 and what?
3.
I thought you said 3. I wrote down 3. I just had to make sure that I heard that correctly. Whoa!
17 years it took for him to be an underdog in week 1.
I'm going to be honest with you. Monday night, Titans, Broncos, late game looks awesome. Steelers, New York Giants. I can't wait to see Danny Dimes against that Steelers defense. I think it's going to be great. The Sunday night game with the Cowboys and Rams, fun as can be. But is there a more anticipated game? Listen, I'm excited about the Houston and the Texans. Like the Texans against the Deadgum Chiefs. That's an interesting game. But is there a better game, honestly, than Tom Brady, Drew Brees from New Orleans, week 1 at 325?
I'm excited.
I'm so stoked. I can't wait to see this new Buccaneers team. I can't wait to see the Saints. We got football. Guess what? Coming up next, Hardin Wood and Isaac Simpson on Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Great news, sports fans. The Butcher Shop Steakhouse is now open for dine-in service. Make a reservation and enjoy a mouth-watering steak dinner. Or, if you prefer, take it curbside. In addition to their fantastic steaks, the Butcher Shop Steakhouse has a variety of entrees, including Canadian lobster tail, crab stuffed shrimp, pan-seared red snapper, and fresh ground steak burger with portobello mushroom sauce. Planning to cook out? The Butcher Shop Steakhouse offers a great selection of fresh Angus beef, hand-cut steaks and burgers, lamb chops, Atlantic salmon, and more. Make your reservation for dine-in or pre-order for curbside pickup. The Butcher Shop Steakhouse, dine-in, curbside, and delivery. Plus, enjoy the sizzle of top-quality Butcher Shop steaks on your own grill. Call us at 757-4244 and visit our website, thebutchershop.com, for menus and more. The Butcher Shop Steakhouse, Walnut Grove and Germantown Parkway.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Message and data rates may apply. Men over 40, is your body feeling soft and not as lean? Are you losing your energy, drive, or even your passion? If so, you could be feeling the loss of growth hormone. The reality is, as early as 25, your natural production of GH begins to significantly slow down, which means you start slowing down. Well, listen to this. New GH Boost from Nugenix is the world's first and only non-prescription supplement that safely supercharges your body's GH production at night when it naturally occurs. Clinical studies show the ingredients in GH Boost can increase your body's own GH levels more than 100% in just the first 90 minutes. And right now, Nugenix is letting every man in America try a complimentary 2-week sample by texting WATCH to 231231 now. Get GH Boost and get your swagger back at the gym and in the bedroom. It's killing it at GNC, but you can only get your sample by texting WATCH to 231231. That's WATCH to 231231. Text WATCH to 231231.
Hey folks, I'm Jarrett Carter. My family recently purchased East Memphis Ace Hardware at Quince and White Station, and we're excited to offer the best selection of Big Green Egg and Traeger grills. And then don't forget about our Benjamin Moore Paint Studio and the Garden Center for flowers. Save 60% with our new Duracell key fob replacement program. We have a master locksmith service as well as glass cutting and screen repair. The East Memphis Ace Hardware, located at Quince and White Station behind Three Little Pigs.
Hi, this is Rob Brown. Join Pete Cordelli and me for Sidelines Saturday mornings, 8 to 10 a.m. on Sports 56, 87.7, and 96.1 FM. We'll cover the Memphis Tigers, the SEC, recruiting. Hey, if they keep score, we're covering it. Check us out on the website at sports56whbq.com and sidelines.live. Sidelines is brought to you by Duncan Williams Asset Management. Saturday mornings, 8 to 10 a.m. Get up and give us a call.
There's a new commissary in town in Collierville. Germantown Commissary is doubling. Yeah, they're still going to have the old Germantown Commissary by the tracks, but now there's a huge new Germantown Commissary in Collierville at Poplar and Houston Levee Road. It's huge, too. There's a drive-through. There's plenty of parking. No telephone pole to get in your way. A cool patio. It's right by the track, so the tradition continues. And this is a tradition that's been around forever. That commissary is famous for hickory-smoked, slow-cooked Memphis-style barbecue. They've got a private party room at the new one in Collierville. Self-catering still continues. Party packs for $5.95. Basically, the great ribs, the great pulled shoulder, the great deviled eggs. Everything is there in Collierville and Germantown now. So there is now a Germantown and Collierville style of barbecue. It's called Germantown Commissary.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Here we go. On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
Welcome to Little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your very good friend, Johnny Radio. I got a lot to talk to y'all about, okay? The weird world that is 2020. It's real. The Braves hung 29 runs on the same day the Brewers scored 19. Yup, that really actually happened. Like, are you kidding me? How is that even possible? Like, and people talk about, like, baseball's dead, blah, blah, blah. Dude, Cardinals are up right now, by the way, 2-0 on the Tigers for all those people that love the game. But I have to say something, and I'm very serious when I say this. Mr. Gabe Kuhn, I know you're not the biggest baseball fan on planet Earth. But if you're even like I know you like the Cardinals, don't you?
Of course I do.
Okay, so is this year not easy to get behind?
Like, what?
Like in this, what I'm saying is a lot of people were complaining at the beginning of the year about how, oh my God, it's not 162 games. They're going to play these 7-inning doubleheaders. They have pitchers who now got to get 3 guys out before you can go and relieve another guy. Do you remember what I'm trying to say is how much complaining there was about Major League Baseball before the start of the season?
Honestly, look, I think a lot of actual sports fans had their worries about some of the rules as far as the runner on second base and the three batter minimum. But at the same time, like, just be happy at this point that we are at a point where we have MLB baseball.
Well, my question also, do you feel like any team's been majorly wrong by any of the rules changing?
No, not at all. It's all fair across the board.
That's how I feel. The only thing that right now I really hear anybody really complaining about is Javi Baez not being able to look in the dugout at his last at bat.
That's an interesting one, but everybody has to do the same thing. You know,
now everybody has to. But dude, it's fascinating to me. Baseball is fun as heck. You have a game like the Reds 3-0 against the Cubs. You also have a 19-run game. I mean, the Brewers dropped 19 on Detroit, and then you had a 29-10 game last night. I mean, 29-9 game.
The people that really bothered me were the stat people, though. Oh, the stats are going to be thrown off.
Okay, see, I read an article in the USA Today. Did you read, is the base hit dead? Did you see that?
No, I didn't. Who wrote it?
I can't even remember.
Did John Harden write it?
No, I promise you, dude. I should have saved it. But, yeah, it was last weekend. I grabbed me an old school paper to grab it because I'm bored, and I was at the old filling station, buddy, getting my breakfast because I love going there. Never mind. But anyway, point is, it's better than strip clubs, they say. You know, hey, I used to get my breakfast at the Gold Club in Platinum. Now I'm getting it at a gas station. I'm moving up in the world.
Hey, I got to be honest. Some gas stations around the area have fantastic breakfast, little sandwiches and stuff like that.
The downtown one right from across my building, I walk over
It's good?
there. It's so
really
good. Oh, my goodness. I go get the big old, it's the link sausage, or not like the ones that are like little short ones, like the big one. They split that junk open, put some egg on that bad boy on a fresh biscuit, man. You see my dumb self walking across the street, running. Man, I'm happy as can be. But anyway, baseball's been like unbelievable this year. Sports have been absolutely, I think, awesome. And we have the National Football League starting tonight. You have Deshaun Watson. You have Patrick Mahomes. You have the Texans. Bill O'Brien might be an idiot, but we're going to see how he does with the this year's Texans.
Yeah, we will, man. The offseason did not look good for him.
No.
He made some very suspect decisions.
Outside of locking up his quarterback, everything else he did was stupid.
I did want to bring this up. 67129 First Bank text line. We brought up in the first segment with the leadoff Kyle Lowry and what his legacy is. Does he have a shot at getting into the Hall of Fame? Nico chimed in. He said Kyle Lowry's style of basketball is the reason I probably wouldn't watch the NBA anymore if it wasn't for the Grizzlies flopping like a soccer player.
Dude, I feel
Hey, but I will say one thing about Kyle Lowry. The man gets the calls. He led the league in charges drawn. He's a scrappy player, and he's done it really well. He has a championship to show for it and 6 All-Star appearances, and he's only 33. So I think he has a chance to add to that resume. I really do. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer at the moment, but you give him a couple more years of good production, he certainly has a chance.
Man, I feel what you're saying. That's Gabe Kuhn, by the way, at G_Kuhn71. That's at G_Kuhn, KUHN 71. Gabe, can I tell you a little secret? We're about to go to my favorite place in the world. That's called Hardwood. But I got to tell you a little something. If it's without my listeners, my sponsors, all the wonderful people out there, if I don't have 901, that's right, 406-1101. You know who he is. 901-406-1101. You call him Bill. I buy houses. Bang, bang, boom. Guess what? Serious as a heart attack. This is not a joke, y'all. Guaranteed to close in 5 days. Any house, any area, as is, as simple as that. Southwind to South Memphis, North Memphis to North Mississippi, Midtown to East Memphis, Germantown to Collierville. Anywhere you can think of, if you can hear my voice, 901-406-1101. Pick up your pen, put it in your phone, 901-406-1101. Put Bill, I buy houses, guaranteed to close in 5 days. That's right. Life's about peaks and valleys. If you got to get out of out of one of those valleys because you're down in the valley, call 901-406-1101. You'll get back on top of those peaks in 2 shakes. Give my man a call, and guess what? We're going to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Well, I don't know if you heard. Did you know J-Lo and my man A-Rod didn't get the Mets? Did you hear about that?
Should we be? How should we feel about that? Is there
sad.
Do we need to feel a certain way?
Dude, you're telling me, would you like to watch J-Lo's booty come out when a home run's hit, or the Big Apple? Because if J-Lo was running the Mets, the first thing that she would change, she would have a picture of herself out there doing a little dance and stuff. I'm telling you.
So every home run, instead of the apple going up, she would come up.
Like, like a girl shaking and dancing. It'd be hilarious, dude.
You don't think A-Rod would take exception to that? You don't think?
Dude, are you kidding me? A-Rod loves it. He loves the attention, man. But here's the reason I bring this up is because I'm very, very sad that and when I say this, I think A-Rod, I think J-Lo running the Mets, I think would have been an interesting situation. By the way, their crib, their boats, their lifestyle is just awesome. Heck, when she's cooking, it looks like their life looks awesome. Like their kitchen's better than my whole entire condo. But I will tell you something else. Do you know who else is gunning to bring baseball? A guy named JT.
To Nashville, eh?
Yeah, Nashville, baby. Justin. Not anybody other except for just a blank in the box. Oh, yeah. Saturday Night Live. You remember that, don't you?
Sure do.
I don't really know any of his real songs, but I do know that on Saturday Night Live, he's hilarious.
You know you're the biggest NSYNC fan there is.
Dude.
Come on now.
Is that are you sure he's in NSYNC? Because, man,
yeah, we got that wrong back in the day,
I was going to say we got it wrong last time.
But of course, Eli Savoy let us know that
he's
we
like,
were
Dead
wrong.
gummit, it's not New
So
Kids
get it
on
right.
the Block.
Get it right.
He goes, New Kids on the Block. He goes Backstreet Boys, and then it goes NSYNC.
And then he followed it by giving us a list of his power rankings of boy bands.
I can't breathe. Why are you doing this to me,
I don't know, man.
I love you, dude. You're hilarious. You're going to get me fired before the day's over. But Justin Timberlake, that's right. Just a blank in the box. Could you imagine if he actually got a pro baseball team to Nashville? And I'm with
Well,
you.
I mean, that's a big group of people that are lobbying
Huge group
for
of
it.
investors. Now, Justin Timberlake has got the name, he's got the cachet, he's got the thing in the box. He's ready to go. If you know what I mean, like he can.
A lot of
prove-
country singers too
Dude,
involved.
by the
in
way,
it.
just so you know, all he has to do is send you like a 2-minute. They send that straight up. Don't you want to sell your team to him? Like if I'm the mayor of Nashville, I'm
if
like,
he just what?
bring that package down. If you just send the Saturday Night Skit,
You just can't get over this thing in the box, huh?
dude, that's the greatest skit of all time, man. I used to love Eddie Murphy back in the day, dude. There's some great people who've done some great stuff, but man, Justin Timberlake is up there, man. Him on Saturday Night Live is ridiculous, but also he's a great singer, dancer, whatever. But he's a really good businessman, and he married a beautiful woman who's very smart. They seem very, very serious. They like Tennessee. You know he's from Millington, or is it Munford? Where am I the sexiest man from?
Millington. How do you not know?
Okay, that's
You
right.
won the
I can't
award. How do
remember,
you?
dude. Can I just tell you something?
What are you talking about?
When you win that many awards, it's just hard to keep up.
Well, it's only from one place though. You're not winning like the whole
Hey, they
state of
both- can I just tell
Tennessee,
you those
or you're not
cigarettes-
you're not winning Memphis, are
You
you?
know they both start with the M.
What?
Munford and Millington.
Yeah, they do.
And yep, that's right. So
Do you know Memphis starts with an M too?
But I live in Memphis, man. I know it was not Memphis. How can you drive me nuts? Oh, what am I going to do with you?
Oh,
Doug?
my
What
gosh.
am I going to do with you, Doug?
Doug. It's not even Doug. What'd you call me the first couple
I
days?
thought it was Doug.
No, it was not Doug.
I thought it was. Was it not? Was it Doug? Was it Joel?
No, but you know what makes me more mad than anything when I'm ordering food, they're like, "Can I get a name?" I say it was Dale.
It was
but,
Dale.
But I say, "Can I get a name?" I say, "Gabe." They go, "Dave?" I'm like, "No, man, Gabe." I don't know how you got Dale though.
Yeah, Dale is hilarious.
Dale is
3 days, Dale. I still never forget the time when you text me, and I'm like, "Why in the hell
Why
is
is Gabe Kuhn
texting me, man?"
In other news,
Oh, I love life.
NASCAR's Bubba Wallace making headlines. He is leaving Richard Petty Motorsports. He had this to say: "This was not an easy decision, as I have nothing but the utmost respect for Richard Petty and his family, but I believe it's time for someone else to take over the reins of the number 43. I don't really know why he did it. There was no real explanation of it. He said it was a hard decision, and he decided to move on.
Can I ask you a question?
Please.
What'd you just say?
What?
Joking. Weren't you talking like NASCAR?
Bubba Wallace, yeah. He's leaving Richard Petty Motorsports.
So again, I'm trying to.
No explanation as to
I'm
why.
trying to be a smart aleck. When people was like for some reason, my brain the minute you start talking NASCAR,
It just like.
it just automatically does a left turn.
Okay, so how about this? Let me try Michael Porter Jr. Did you see what he said last night?
Michael Porter Jr. went banana sandwiches off on everybody. What else did he say?
No, I mean you saw what he said about
Getting him more the ball involved.
Yeah, he said if I'm gonna be out there on the court playing a lot of minutes, he thinks he should voice the fact that he didn't think he got the ball enough.
Yeah, did you see Damian Lillard?
Dude, you
shaking
are.
my head?
I mean, is this his first year of any type of production, basically, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So Dame went off on him. Dame
I was
ripped
about
him.
to say, did you see Damian Lillard's
Ripped
tweet?
him.
Shaking
Yeah.
my head right at the young fella.
I mean, you're
I'm
young.
sorry.
You can't be.
Yeah.
That's selfish of him, like,
Very
especially in a
selfish.
playoff series.
Very selfish of him. I agree with you.
That's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
It was sad. It was.
And not to mention, if Jamal Murray doesn't shoot 6 for 15 last night, they might have a chance of being in that damn game. But like Michael Porter Jr. thinking he's like the second coming for that team, I don't get. I really don't
Dude,
get.
he had a few high games. Dude,
Oh, well,
in
he
the
was the-
bubble,
he
and
was the,
now he's fired up, man.
Well, he was on the all seeding game
Don't play
team,
no
right?
bubble. Hey, don't play no games with me.
Wasn't he on the all bubble seeding team?
Dude, I was on the all
Seeding
dipping
game team?
Yeah,
What do you call that? The seeding game team?
Yeah, I was on the all seeding.
There's
team,
8
man.
games.
Don't
That's
play
ridiculous.
no games with me. I was on the fake regular season, last 8 games to get paid, and I made that team. Okay, so don't play with me. Damian Lillard.
So now I'm the main star of this team. Give me the ball.
Yeah, give me the ball. By the way, Dame Time ripped him a new one. I thought he was great, and I understand. Again, you got to crawl before you walk, as they say. this is your first year. To try to say that you have Mamba mentality, by the way, I don't know if that's like, I don't know if it's like right now even appropriate timing. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and by the way, again, you play for the Nuggets and you're Michael Porter Jr. Right now, I wouldn't compare you to Kobe Bryant. Did you have something else before I?
Oh gosh,
Okay.
yes. This is my favorite story of the day. I tried to save it.
Oh, okay. I want to hear this then.
You heard about Daniel House of the Rockets, right? He's supposedly broke protocol, and might have to. They're doing an investigation right now.
Is it about the woman?
Yeah, might have to serve a 10-day quarantine for having a woman in his room. But the alleged woman.
Hold on, she works there, bro.
You want to know what she does working there?
She takes blood and does tests.
She's a COVID tester.
No, this is what I'm trying to say.
You think she was giving him a test? You think that's what it is?
This is exactly what I say. I say, man, I brought her back to my room. She couldn't find a vein. I told her I can help her out. She decided to be very, 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 very helpful. She took her job to the extra mile. I just want you to know that she deserves a raise. And that's how I'd handle it if I was him. Very, very chill, nonchalant. And then I'd like walk out and go to practice and start shooting some hoops. Be like, thanks for that COVID test.
You think in her handbook there was like express, I don't know, rules against, hey, don't go to don't go to a player's room with
him.
him.
Say it. I think it is actually.
I gotta imagine it's in the handbook.
An ethical, there's a huge ethical dilemma. I would think. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they actually had to spell it out, but I would think most places. How do I say this in a very, very professional manner? Usually there's a sexual harassment policy like on every door for a reason. Like they don't want fraternization. They don't want people to, let's just say, hang out too much after work. You know what I'm saying? They want them to work. It's kind of,
I mean, the irony in her being a COVID tester is just,
dude, that's the greatest
thing.
And by the way, if I'm a basketball player, I am like, dude, did I try to dress her up in a uniform? I'm like, dude, I met her here. She was taking my blood. Couldn't find a vein.
He didn't leave campus.
Like,
so
that's what I'm saying.
That's
they didn't
the one
leave
thing.
The campus. By the way, do you not go with she couldn't hit a vein? She was kind enough to let me go lay down because I was getting dizzy. Make something up, man.
Look, man, you're not making
in
anything.
Disney World.
You're not gonna make up anything good enough that they're gonna buy. I guess you could try.
Hold on.
You could try.
Can I just remind you of something? Deny, deny, deny. And deny. Deny, deny, deny. Just don't lie. Just deny.
But what if you're denying something
Dude.
that actually happened, then that would be a lie. You said just don't lie, though.
Just don't lie. No. Just be like, all you have to do is.
I was getting personal care from this COVID tester.
You walk up to here's what happens. Say a COVID person comes up to you. You just look at them and say, sir, it's a shame that they're having an investigation because somebody goes a little bit above and beyond while doing their job. And then you leave on the high, on your high
You don't
horse.
let them answer. You run away.
You
so
leave.
They can't answer.
You're like, I'm on my high horse. I'm better than you. I'm leaving right now. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe in this world you go above and beyond, and you're penalized.
And you get punished for it.
Make sure you throw in you're penalized.
Why? Why that word?
Because it fits the whole situation. Oh, I love it, dude. Did you have another one? Because right now you're on fire.
No, you go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Man, I don't even know if any of mine are this good, dude. Like you're killing me right now. But did you hear about this is kind of weird. I don't even know how to actually talk about this, but did you hear about the whole crash with Mr. Collins of the Mr. Dallas Cowboys had a car accident?
Lyle, yeah. Their right tackle. High-paid right tackle.
Sure did very, very well. He had a tough situation getting into the league. Everybody knows about all that. It was very, very weird. He's there. But also had a very weird situation the other day. Mr. Collins gets hit, okay? Driver's side, quarter panel, front wheel. They were basically destroyed. A cop comes up there, describes the rim. There's also a video. Says it's broken. There's a complex crack in it. The other driver, meanwhile, had its whole front bumper ripped off. According to the accident report, the other driver failed to yield the right-of-way. So, therefore, everything's good, right? Good. Now, my question is, Lyle Collins is a very, very, very rich dude, right? Is he going to start this year on the injured reserve because of this car accident? It doesn't look to me, if you look at the video. If you look at the video and the pictures, I've been in some bad wrecks. But again, you don't know how people are jerked around.
He had, the report said he had neck pain.
Dude, that's exactly what I was going to say.
He did report
and this is a guy in five. I want to remind you something. When you're an offensive lineman, what do you do all day? You have car wrecks.
Bang heads.
You're just basically in a car wreck all damn day. It's amazing to think, though, you get into a car accident, which doesn't look to be so bad. But, dude, guess what? He's having neck issues. He could have had whiplash. Is there any chance, and I'm curious because if you or him, and I'm talking about the other driver, and you injured a professional football player and possibly their neck, and it's your fault. Like, there's one thing like hitting a Bentley, but there's another thing hitting a dude that's worth more than a Ferrari, like 20 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, how scared are you if you're Mr. Collins and your career's up for jeopardy, the Dallas Cowboys not having one of their awesome offensive linemen, and then also how deadgum scared would be if you're the idiot who gets out of the car and realizes, oh no, I hit an offensive lineman for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm bleeped. You know what I mean? Like, it's a bad situation all the way around, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, is there a one? Is like I
would. You got to yield. You got to yield, buddy.
Dude, you better.
That's gonna put a nice dent in your wallet. I'll
what
tell
is
you
it?
that much.
Yellow means yield, yo. By the way, I will have to say, if Collins starts the season on, realistically, if he misses week 1, you know that if he misses week 2, the insurance company, most insurance company, we'll cover you $300,000, $100,000, $300,000. We'll go up to a maximum of this or whatever. Do you know how fast a NFL football player missing his paychecks could run you out of your insurance? You'd lose your house, your job, you'd lose everything. I feel bad for the guy. But anyway, did you have anything before I had to get to my good friend Isaac Simpson?
No, sir.
Oh man.
No, sir. But I do have word from Isaac. He will be running a tad bit late. We'll get him on right here at about 2:30 to 2:35.
No big deal. A lot of things that are going on. We had no hot Carls today. I'm very excited about that.
That's it. See, moving in the right direction. So, again,
that scares
me. Do you
me.
still buy? I just had to bring this up because you said you bought the story about him enjoying that and asking this woman to do it. You believe it?
Yes, I do. There's just certain things you don't make up, dude.
Yeah, I mean, but I feel like she has a lot of like notoriety to gain.
Nobody makes up doing that, yo. Nobody.
Really?
Dude. Okay, listen.
Do you know from experience or what?
No, I just know from being a human being. Out of all the things in the world, if there's probably something that you would never admit on the radio. There's probably something.
Yeah.
If you were willing to admit that on the radio and tweet it out for the world and do it on a podcast, like, for me, you would unequivocally have to be telling the truth. Because, one, if you were lying, people would be like, ugh, why would you make up something so gross? You know what I'm saying? You don't make up certain things. Again, you don't make up murder. And
Marty Jannetty.
Bull, I don't think he made it up. I think, again, like, he was all crazed out on drugs and just admitted to something doing wrong. I think he thought he was DMing somebody and didn't realize he was on Facebook Live or whatever they call it. Or is that just posting?
Want to hear another casualty of COVID-19 and in regards to college football? And I'm not talking like an actual like death, not that type of casualty. So don't.
Not that young man.
Oh gosh, that's so heartbreaking.
Just
honestly. But I wanted to bring up Uga. You know, Uga will not be at the Georgia football games.
Yeah, COVID-19.
Because of COVID-19.
Because COVID-19
remember,
is too dangerous for the dog.
But it's good for
Damn it,
it's
let
good
me tell
for
you something.
It's good for the
Kids,
human.
Get your butt out there. Coaches, get your tail out there and play some deadgum football. Uga, come here, baby. Come here, Uga.
Remember, what was it like the first couple months they were reporting that dogs couldn't catch it and then they could, right?
Do what now?
Did you like the first couple months of COVID, right? They were first reporting that dogs could not catch it. And then like they reversed that around because they found a dog who actually caught it. I think that was like an actual.
Because I got in a big argument with somebody, and I was wrong. I was like, dogs can't get it, and they were like, look, dog finally caught it. You know what I'm saying? So yes. But can I tell you something also, one more thing that's also weird and crazy? Have you seen that story? I retweeted it. It's from the Bro Bible. I'm going to retweet it again right now. And Johnny_radio. And you're a very wealthy person. You have a very nice house. You live on a beach. You know what I'm saying? You're like, dang, you're living large, right? Well, all of a sudden you look on your beautiful beach estate, and it looks like you have these clumps of snowballs of nastiness, and they're white, and you don't know what they are, but they have these little things in them, and you're like, what is this? So you take a picture of them and you ask somebody what they are. Turns out they are a delicacy in Japan and a delicacy in Spain. The amount that washed up on their shore, guess how much money just for picking up what washed up on their shore?
What delicacy is this? What is it like?
It is something disgusting that I will not eat.
What is it though?
By the way, it's $125 per pound in Spain and in most parts of Asia. It's a difference. It's a cross between a razor clam and so
it's seafood.
It's a briny seafood that's between a crab and a razor clam.
So how much money they get for these washing up?
$65,000 cash money, millionaire. You're already rich. You live on the beach, and then $65,000 washes up on shore. Kind of reminds me of that story. Do you remember about when all the cocaine washed up on shore in France?
When you said white, I was like, that's what I thought you were. The direction you were going.
By the way, did I tell you that I found out how that happened?
How?
They finally figured out how that happened. They found a submarine that, because do you know that now a lot of these drug runners use submarines? Like, I want to be under the sea with a ton of cocaine.
How nice are these? Like old school submarines, or these like?
That's what I was getting ready to say. They
brand
buy like
new,
these.
good
No,
ones.
they're old school, and that's what happened.
Goofy. That's
they
so
had
goofy.
an old school submarine filled with yayo off the coast of France, and there was a problem, and they found it and had like 8 people in it, and still had a little.
Are the people living?
No, dude. They didn't make it, yo.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, dude, I wasn't gonna really tell that
Wow.
because it's kind of sad.
That's insane.
But again, it's not like I don't feel like there's gonna be a.
See,
whole
I didn't
lot
know,
of
but I
people
see.
who
I
are
didn't
like,
know. Look, I just didn't know. I didn't know drug runners were using submarines nowadays.
Dude, I
they
didn't
have evolved.
either. In fact,
they're evolving.
From reading that article, they think that there is something like 40 some odd they call them narco submarines, doing the waters or whatever, narco subs. Dude, that's crazy, bro. This world is nuts, by the way. And you know what the bad thing is? They say they're all coming to America. You know, it's weird. But anyway, I will tell you one thing that's coming to America. Next, Isaac Simpson. Plus, we got NFL football tonight. Texans, Chiefs. This is Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Want to get your voice heard? Hit us up on the First Bank phone line or First Bank text line.
I want to invite you to come by the Spirit Shop. You know, that little log cabin on Poplar, your liquor and wine oasis. The Spirit Shop has been providing sports fans their beverage needs since way back in 1969. So come in now and get ready for the big game. Whether your favorite team wins or loses, the Spirit Shop will help you celebrate or ease that pain away. The Spirit Shop is open every day, and they're located perfectly at 4848 Poplar. That's the corner of Poplar and St. Nick.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdinger's. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdinger's, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdinger's offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
I'm here with outstanding team from Lexus of Memphis at 2600 Ridgeway. They're online at lexusofmemphis.com. Gary, tell everyone how they can experience the Lexus of Memphis satisfaction.
Come in and be a part of our family at Lexus of Memphis. Experience the customer service that we provide to each guest like a member of our own family. If you're on the side of the road and you need us, we're there. If you need help with anything with your car, technology, Bluetooth, the app suite, we have dedicated team to help you with this in your journey with your Lexus.
That's how they do it at Lexus of Memphis.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Chris Price here for Brian Elder Roofing. The storms we've had over the past several months have been devastating to our communities. The rainy season is ahead. You may have not even noticed the dripping in your attic, water stains throughout your home, or even worse, mold and mildew. Please call Brian Elder Roofing and we will send out our project managers to assess any damage. We will not try to sell you a roof if all you need is a repair. We will measure your roof from outer space. 0% for 60 months, even no payments till 2022 are available with approved credit. If you've noticed missing shingles, water stains, leaks in your roof, call us before you call your insurance company at 867-0303. That's 867-0303, and we will provide a free, thorough inspection of your roof's condition.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour
Kick it over here. Kick it.
on Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. Here's your host, John Harden.
Gold and shackles, ball and chain. Listen to the whistle of the evening train. You know you about to wind up dead.
You don't head back to Tennessee, Jed. Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour with your very good friend, Johnny Radio. Y'all know who I've always got with me? Gabe Kuhn, that's right, at G_Kuhn71. And you know who always hangs with me on a Thursday? That's my very good friend, Isaac Simpson. You can follow him all the time, anytime. And if you care about anything when it comes to sports, anything when it comes to Memphis, if you have a basketball, a football question, if you have anything, he'll actually respond to you. He's not stuck up. He's not arrogant. He's not egotistical. He's not crazy. He's just really, really nice. At Isaac_Rivals. That's at Isaac_Rivals. Isaac Simpson. How is life treating you, my friend?
Man, I'm good, man. I appreciate those kind words, man. Sorry for the delay, man. I got tied up with something with work, man, but I'm ready to go, man.
Hey, buddy, I don't mind, man. That's life. Thank you so much for joining us. The people that listen, they love listening to you. They love listening to you talk Tigers, and you know what? The Tigers got that first W. They got it behind their belt. Silverfield got his first home W, baby. I know it has to feel good. Now, I don't. This is something I'm going to have to ask you. I didn't see a Kenneth Gainwell. I don't think that there's a bunch of dudes growing off the trees, but when you go years like from Pollard and D.A. to, Kenneth Gainwell, and you have Antonio Gibson and all this stuff, a lot of Tiger fans get very spoiled. But when you lose that many great people in such succession and so fast, there is going to be a drop-off in talent. I'm wondering, is there anybody that is going to end up at by year's end of this season that we're going to look up and be like, dang, we never saw this coming from him? It could even be maybe Sean Dykes, who's out there catching balls at a crazy rate that I didn't expect to see him any week, let alone week 1 against Arkansas State. Because, again, it was Arkansas State. I don't know if he has the size to do the blocking. But if he's going to play a certain, passing role, you got, DeMonte on the other side. You got, some other big wide receivers. I could see that working out for him. But what about the running back situation? How do you feel about that?
I mean, anytime you lose a guy like Kenneth Gainwell, I mean, you're not going to replace that guy immediately. But when you look out there last Saturday, man, it might just been flashes, and he's young, but I like what I saw out of Dree Clark. I think long term, I think he's going to be another great running back for this team. I mean, you can just kind of see the vision, the shiftiness. I mean, he's not there yet, but I think it's about the season's end. You could look at him and say, yeah, this is going to be that next guy in that long line of running backs. I really do believe in Dree Clark's ability.
You're with Rodriguez.
Yeah.
That's the interesting thing is there's not anybody who has a lot of everybody always throws Rodriguez in there. Several people throw a couple other guys down in there, but I'm just wondering, is it his youth? What is there about somewhat having a little bit of pause about Rodriguez Clark?
Man, I don't know, because like I said, I'm all in on him.
You're all in?
Because he kind of looked like last year. Kenneth Gainwell wasn't supposed to be that guy. Nobody coming into the season thought he was going to be what he was, and boom, he burst on the scene, and the rest is history. I think Dree Clark could be that kind of guy. Again, I mean, you're asking a lot of a young kid to come in and be that, but I really do think that he's going to be a big-time player for this team going forward. I think we're going to look back, and you go back there.
What will Kyron Watkins be?
Kyron Watkins, and I was going to mention him next. I think he had a good game as well. He's a guy that can do some things on the ground, catch passes for you as well. I was encouraged. I mean, there were some plays where I didn't think he didn't do too well, but I think going forward, I think he's going to be a player. I think that 1-2 punch, I think it's going to be pretty good for this team going forward. I saw some flashes out of both of those guys that have me encouraged going forward into the season. Now, I know it was Arkansas State. We're going to see more next week when they play against Houston, but I like what I saw out of both of those guys.
First one out of the way and getting the W and the way they play. Man, I'm telling you, man, I feel good. We'll talk about other aspects, but I have to bring this up. Did you see is Sean Dykes going to be that size, small type of tight end / H-back, whatever you will call him, who's going to get in there and cause a big old problem for tight ends and safeties? I mean, for linebackers and safeties?
Yeah, he's definitely hard to cover. He's the guy that has the size and the speed to kind of, I mean, he's not, like I said, a huge guy, but I think he's a mismatch problem for most linebackers. And he's going to cause a lot of he's going to cause a lot of problems for people. And I kind of talked about that on pregame. So I was like, I'm sure Brady White and Ryan Silverfield and Kevin Dunn are really excited to have Sean Dykes back in his lineup. You know, he played in, I think, 3 games last year before taking a medical red shirt. I think he's going to be a big-time safety valve for Brady when you check down and you can't find those receivers. Because we know what he can do. I mean, he marched the game against Arkansas State. I think that's something that we could see the rest of the season. Don't discount Cameron Wilson back up. I think he's going to get some touches as well. I think he has a lot of talent. He's going to be a guy that kind of emerges as that next guy at tight end, because you got to look at the running backs. We've had a run of tight ends here, too, that have been really, really good for Memphis. So, I mean, I mean, that's some things to clean up. Going into that game, kind of a weird year with the offseason and where it went. I didn't know what to expect. But I think they kind of pulled away at the end, and I think having that week off is going to help, because, I mean, you have some film to look at, some things that you need to correct. But I think I felt pretty good coming out of there. I mean, early on it didn't look well, but by the end of the game, I felt pretty good leave it out of there.
All right, now I got to also ask you a hard one. Obinna Eze, for years, I know he hadn't played a lot of football, but now he's been here. He's a redshirt junior. It's time for him to be that left tackle that everybody's expecting him to be. I want to ask you, do you think he can be that guy? Is he ever going to be that dominant left tackle that everybody basically told us that he was going to be? Is he going to be eventually one of the meanest dead-gum left tackles in the American Athletic Football Conference, because he has the size, he has the strength? Does he have the attitude and the want?
But you hope so, because, I mean, coming in, you just like you said, I mean, very, very high expectations. People thought that he was a surefire NFL player coming in. And, again, I mean, he hasn't done it consistently. I mean, you've seen flashes for him, but you just want him to put it together consistently. And I think that's something that, again, we hope comes together over this year, because they need him to be that guy. I mean, you got a couple new starters at right guard, Isaac Evans and Isaac Ellis and Evan Fields. So he's going to be kind of that guy along with Dylan Parham to kind of lead this offensive line. So Brady, they need him to be that guy. And I think he has the talent. We've seen flashes from him. He has the size. It's the question is, can he put it all together consistently? Yep. And I think that's been the question kind of asked. But I think he can do it. He definitely has the talent to do so. There's no doubt about that.
Now, I want to ask you about Mike McIntyre. Everybody always talks about Ryan Silverfield. I think Ryan Silverfield's been fascinating. I love talking about him because I love him and respect him. I like the team. I want to know, though, Mike McIntyre, a guy that I never expected to be the defensive coordinator for the University of Memphis. I mean, this is a guy who was coach of the year, 6-something years ago or something. It's a pretty amazing catch. But when you look at that team, you see JoJo Dorsey is fighting his tail off, undersized, but fighting like nobody's business. O'Brien Goodson. You look at some of these guys out there. Again, I talked about their defensive backs. T.J. Carter, I expect a lot out of him this year, his senior year. Jacoby Francis as well, his senior year. I'm just wondering, do you think that, at least for me, once they it seemed like the very beginning of the game they were thinking, but once they stopped thinking and started playing football, it looked like the Tigers' defense played a lot better. I'm wondering going forward as they learn the Mike McIntyre system, know exactly where to be, and it becomes more second nature. Do you expect this to be one of the better teams, defensively, in the American?
Yeah, I definitely do. Because, the talent is there. I think you kind of look at some of these guys. The way the off-season season went, they didn't have the requisite practice time and things that they usually have. So I think they're kind of still learning when you bring in a new coaching staff. But they have, like I said, 5 new coaches that they brought in from outside the university. So, they're still learning. Weird year. I think as this time goes on, that's why I like how the schedule played out. I think this bye week is going to be big for them to kind of work on some things. They also
I agree with you. It gives them a chance. Oh, my goodness. Isaac, I got to say, man, I can't say anything better. Isaac, I think having that first game against Arkansas State,
I think that's huge.
Having that bye to get all the things worked out. You got Kenneth Gainwood a change. You got tape now. You got things that y'all can practice on. I think you're going to see a different Tiger team against Houston, and I think they beat the brakes off of them.
Yeah, I definitely think they're going to you're going to see a different Tiger team. I think they just kind of came out. I think they were kind of filling it out. I know McIntyre kind of talked about Arkansas State. I think they had a little bit more practice time than Memphis. He kind of said today he felt like they were a little bit more ready than Memphis was, and Memphis kind of was filling their way out a little bit by the second half. I think they kind of figured some things out. They also had some guys out. This contact tracing stuff, it's kind of weird. I think they had some guys that were supposed to start that weren't there. And I think that's something that you got to kind of watch throughout the year. You look at the depth chart for the week, and they have these guys on there, and then game day they're not there, so they're not really releasing what's going on with these guys. But they had a couple guys out in the secondary. I think Arkansas State took advantage of Oliver there a little bit early, but man, he had a early season interception of the year candidate pick there. A big time play by Savante Oliver that he made there in that game. I definitely think that they're gonna improve. I think they're just it's new. You got a new defense coordinator. He's trying to learn some things. But I think that this week off, you have basically 2 weeks to prepare for Houston. I think that's going to really help them going into that game. And I think you're going to see a much improved defense. But again, when they improved as the game went on by the second half, I was kind of pleased by what I saw.
All right, now this is definitely going to I'm running low on time, so I got to get to this because it's important. Basketball, what in the bleep is going on? Is the American going to do this new basketball schedule format? After hearing some other announcement about maybe not start until November 25th, then maybe not start until January, maybe doing this round robin and doing 2 extra games a year. I keep hearing so much stuff. I'm so glad I don't have your job. How in the hell do you keep up, and what is really the truth? Because I believe Jason Munns. I believe all these different guys. I believe you, Isaac. I believe that y'all's information is real. But every day it changes. Yeah.
So it's wild. It's wild right now, man. Go ahead.
What are they doing? So right now, what is the plan?
It's all up in the air right now. And it's crazy because now we're into September now, and this thing's supposed to be jumping off in about a month and a half, and nobody knows.
Sounds like they're moving this jaunt to at least November 25th at the earliest, which is
NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
You kind of got tournament that Memphis is supposed to play in. We're supposed to be in the Bahamas. Now they're talking about playing it in South Dakota, and Memphis could end up playing Kentucky in that thing. I mean, it's all kind of stuff going on right now, and I don't think nobody knows for sure how this thing's going to play out. I mean, there could be bubbles at different places. I mean, it's crazy, man. I think we just got to watch this thing play out over the next month and a half. But I think
wouldn't
we will
want to
have
be
kind of
Laird
basketball.
Veach.
No, especially he's just jumping in the job. How tough has this job been? I mean, a coaching hire. I mean, got COVID going on. I mean, he's had to jump right into the fire, man, here in Memphis. But it's a wild time. I don't think we've ever seen anything like we're seeing right now, and I don't know if we'll ever see anything like this again. And could this change sports forever? I mean, because there's people talking about possibly doing stuff like that long term. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. But I don't think anybody knows anything for sure right now.
Man, it's Isaac Simpson. He is the best at Isaac_Rivals. Make sure you read him on the TigerSportsReport.com. Make sure you listen to him to TSR Live. And make sure you listen to him every single Thursday right here on Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy get you through the midday with Sports 56 Middays. Delivered by FedEx. Weekdays from 10 till 1 on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
Pros today have to do whatever the job calls for, and the Home Depot is here to help make that easier. With a wide range of delivery options, you can get what you need, from job lot quantities to small supply runs, delivered where and when you need it. Don't want to buy the tool? Rent it. We've got the most innovative products and more ways for pros to find them, in-store and online. Pros are changing, so are we. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
I almost never go to Central Barbecue without running into somebody I know.
That could be because you only eat at Central Barbecue.
It's because Central Barbecue is where Memphians go to get barbecue and has consistently been voted the most popular barbecue restaurant among locals.
Actually, that's really saying something.
I know. Memphis is the nation's capital of barbecue. With all the choices, people who live here go to Central Barbecue.
They do get their share of tourists.
Sure, because Central Barbecue has been mentioned on TV and in tons of national publications. You know why?
Because of the great food?
Because those TV shows and magazines look for the place where the locals go, and that, my friend, is Central Barbecue.
There's a new commissary in town in Collierville. Germantown Commissary is doubling. Yeah, they're still going to have the old Germantown Commissary by the tracks, but now there's a huge new Germantown Commissary in Collierville at Poplar and Houston Levee Road. It's huge, too. There's a drive-through. There's plenty of parking. No telephone pole to get in your way. A cool patio. It's right by the track, so the tradition continues. And this is a tradition that's been around forever. That commissary is famous for hickory-smoked, slow-cooked Memphis-style barbecue. They've got a private party room at the new one in Collierville. Self-catering still continues. Party packs for $5.95. Basically, the great ribs, the great pulled shoulder, the great deviled eggs. Everything is there in Collierville and Germantown now. So there is now a Germantown and Collierville style of barbecue. It's called Germantown Commissary.
Commitment, dedication, perseverance. At FedEx, our people are our strength. Even during these unprecedented times, we are delivering medical supplies, test kits, and the things you need every day. Helping the world move forward together. Strength, what we deliver by delivering. FedEx.
Chad Gatlin is your Mid-South Farmers agent, and he's easy to find. Just go to MemphisFarmers.com to get a fast quote or call his office at 901-237-1176. And during this wild time we're all facing, know Chad has you covered. Whether you need to file a claim, get a quote, or just talk about what he can do to give you the absolute best coverage at the best price. Chad is a Memphis man and knows the area and that everyone is different, and he will work to make sure you have everything you need and nothing you don't. Get a fast quote at MemphisFarmers.com or call 901-235-1176.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Let's go! On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. Here's your host, John Harden.
Yo, 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 welcome into Little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am Johnny Radio. I am so sorry to break in on my man Kurt. I love you, brother, but I got some serious stuff to talk about, man. We got some NBA news, and then I just also had to say something about two guys that are playing football tonight, because We are getting ready to kick off Thursday night football. The 2020 season is kicking off tonight. Chiefs, Texans, it's going down for real. But Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson, I talked about how, Deshaun Watson basically has come up in the clutch, helped out these families, this old lady, these people. Told you about how Deshaun Watson always talks about how his life was changed by Warwick Dunn, who, Warwick Dunn got a house for their family, and Tony Dungy. All kinds of cool stuff. But Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson, you know what they did? They're playing each other tonight as opposing quarterbacks. But they decided to do something kind together, so they both teamed up to buy a whole lot of local food, take it to all the people that are on the front lines battling the pandemic, the nurses at a couple different hospitals, also some extremely hard-hit areas. And I just got to say, they're probably, they are two of the best players in the game. There are two also of the classiest people on planet Earth. Go Deshaun Watson, go Patrick Mahomes. Both of y'all keep doing things like this. It's going to be hard to root for somebody tonight, Dang. Now, I will tell you also something. My man Gabe Kuhn's got some serious NBA news.
The NBA league office, this is according to Shams Charania of Stadium, the league office informed the Board of Governors today that the 2020-2021 season won't begin any earlier. Listen to what I'm saying. Any earlier than Christmas Day.
Oh, my goodness.
And also, the November 18th draft date is going to remain fluid. They do not know if they will hold it then. But again, no games will be played before Christmas Day, and we will see what happens with the draft date on November 18th.
I always want to remind y'all one thing. Remember this. That's MemphisFarmers.com. My good buddy Chad Gatlin. Call him at 901-235-1176. That's 901-235-1176. All kinds of things are going on in this world. But if you need auto, home, life, renters, business, motorcycle, recreation, umbrella, whatever you need, he's got your back. Plus, you want to have an agent. You don't want to just have farmers. Farmers is great. But go to MemphisFarmers.com or call 901-235-1176. Get my man Chad Gatlin. I promise you'll see the difference. It's a big, big difference. Having somebody in your corner when you need them most, it's a change in the world. Memphis Farmers, Chad Gatlin, my good buddy. Now, tonight we have the NFL. Gabe Kuhn, -9.5. Who you got? Chiefs,
are we going based on the spread?
Chiefs -9.5. We're going
based
with
on the
spread,
correct?
Yep.
Okay, then I am going to take the Texans plus the 9.5. First game of the year. Neither defense is overly good. I think the Texans can keep up in scoring with them, but we will have to see. I do think they keep it close though. Chiefs win.
Week 1 on Thursday Night Football. Gabe and John have the same team because I'm also going to be taking the Texans plus the 9.5 points. Again, I think Chiefs will end up winning this game anywhere from 4-7, but I don't think it's going to get out of hand. I think D-Dub's going to do his things. I think, heck, if Bill O'Brien wasn't the coach, they might have a damn chance.
You might have a point. Now, in regards to Shelby County Schools, Dr. Joris Ray said he would reconvene after Labor Day to decide what's going to happen with fall sports, namely football. He has said as of 19 hours ago that they are going to make a decision. This is Shelby County Schools. Make a decision on fall sports early next week.
Woo, we're going to find out. That's going to be big for Gabe Kuhn, for a lot of young people, and especially coaches, parents, and, especially the young people out there. Everybody do me a favor. Get ready to enjoy tonight. We actually have NFL football. Don't forget there's UAB in Miami. If you're down with that, UAB Miami. And guess who else? You have the big dog, Laker, and James Harden and the Houston Rockets, baby. So it's going to be a beautiful Friday's Eve. Happy Thursday to everybody. Wolo and Stats are coming up next. For Gabe Kuhn, I'm John Harden. Get out there and make the world a better place. I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.